There's no such thing as witchcraft. Hear me out. Since 1960, Nigeria has been on a downward spiral. Is it spiritual? No. What caused that downward spiral? That's the real witchcraft. Greed, selfishness, lack of love, not being able to work together, tribalism, religious separation. Those are the real witchcrafts in the country. So if you go to a church and cast and bind from morning till night, praying that your auntie in the village that you think is doing you something will stop, you will still not go forward until you can remove the witchcraft in you and the witchcraft around you. What's the witchcraft in you? Oh, that prayer point. This year is my year. Unmerited favor. Unmerited favor is why you have leaders that you have in positions that they are in. Are they meriting those positions? If your answer is no, then stop praying for merited favor. If you want progress in Nigeria, the real witchcraft is greed. Fix that.
Hello guys, welcome to the show. And let me just use the opportunity to thank Daddy Freaks for all his effort, for everything he has done so far to kind of like wake us up from this religious slumber that we have been in. For far too long, we have seen the so-called pastors tell us how all our problems are as a result of one mama or one papa or one sister or one brother who do not want to see us succeed. That the reason we are failing is not because we do not know what we are doing, or we are not serious with what we are doing, or we do not want to learn and to understand how to get things done. No, our failures don't come from any of those things. No, but rather from people who hate us, who don't want to see us succeed. There lies the reason to all our problems. You know, if you go to most born-again churches, this would be their modus operandi. This is what they operate on. They constantly drill fear into the minds of people. Everything is other people's fault. Everything. And Daddy Freaks is taking his time to explain to all of us that some of the things we go through, some of the things we've gone through, are not necessarily caused by other people. That those things might just be by our own doing. That we might be doing those things to ourselves unconsciously. That we need to open our eyes to realize who the witch or who the enemy has been all along. And more too often, we are our own enemy. We are the ones hindering ourselves from everything we are supposed to achieve. Because we do not understand the things we get ourselves into. And if we fail as a result of not knowing exactly what we were doing, we then just blame other people for that failure. Rather than holding ourselves responsible for our own failures, we quickly blame other people. And that has been the main problem. That has always been the main problem. And to add salt to injury, we have gone and attached ourselves to individuals who make profit, who find gain when we are ignorant about things. It is beneficial to them when we are in the dark than when we are in the light. So when they kept us in the dark, they gained a lot. And so they have done just that. Rather than telling us that, listen, people, you have got to be responsible for your own lives, for your own choices, and for your own decisions. And the choices and decisions you make will help shape your life in the future. And that no one is responsible for how great or how horrible your life turned out to be. Rather than telling us all these things, which are harsh but very important, they have decided to tell us what we want to hear. They have decided to hide the truth away from us and tell us a total lie. And that is why you will see them telling us that do not worry, fast and pray, because the problem you are going through are not physical but spiritual. And the only way to break out of these problems is to fast and pray and be steadfast in the Lord and sow seed and do donations and pay tithe. That is it. There would be a physical problem. Someone might be having a health issue. Rather than them meeting someone who is a medical doctor, someone who has been trained on how to deal with problems that that individual is facing, they won't do that. They will go to a church, they will meet a preacher, and that preacher who knows nothing will tell them to fast and to pray. And before you know it, the whole condition of that individual will be totally out of control. That is the truth. That is the honest truth. And we all must face this simple fact. We all must face it. If we do not wake up, if we do not start smelling the coffee, our society, Africa, won't change. It won't change. It won't. Older societies have become way more better after realizing that they have the power to change their own lives for the better. And they did just that. And you can see how flourishing they are right now. The only thing we can boast of in Africa is religion. And you even see people being proud that God is working in Africa. Let me be clear. I don't have any issue with God working in Africa. I don't have any issue with religion taking over the world. But I have issues when people who know more lie and deceive people who know little or nothing. There I have an issue. If a man of God whose business is the church, whose clients are the Christians, whose product is religion, is willfully lying to people, deceiving people, taking people for a ride, making sure that people don't know the truth because he gains by leaving them in the dark. There I have a problem. And I am going to call them all out one after the other. And I hope you do the same. I hope you do the same. I hope collectively fight for the betterment of our own continent, Africa. Because it is upon us to do the needful. So let me salute Daddy Freeze one more time for the excellent job he has been doing in this front. And all I can wish him is the best. And I hope and pray he continues in this direction. And to you guys out there, after hearing what Daddy Freeze said, and also after watching the video where that man of God is doing miracles, signs and wonders, whatever, What is your take? What did you gather from it? Let us share it in the comment section below. Because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. Please like the video, share the video, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and please tell a friend or two about our platforms. That help us a lot, and like always, we really appreciate your support.